happening in the course of the week. Today on the show, we start on a high note. And 2008 Olympic 1500 meters champion and winner of 3 world champion 1500 meters titles, Asbel Kiprop, is eager to come back to the athletic scene. Asbel, who was handed a doping ban in 2017 after testing positive for EPO, is making a comeback after 4 years once his ban ends on 2nd February. KTN News caught up with him and he had a lot to share about his time away.
Coming Wednesday, I think it will be on 2nd of February. Today, I'll be free to be competing again and officially free to train in the tracks used by the elite athletes. That's after serving a 4-year ban due to false doping. It's been quite a frustrating 4 years. I've undergone lots of turbulence in terms of physically, mentally, and also my well-being as an elite athlete and an innocent human. Well, it affected my career, not only the career, it affected everything that came with it, with my success as an elite athlete, and happened to lose a lot of sponsors in terms of apparel, shoe companies, and also the management that I used to work for and work with. All of them sidelined my career, me by 10, and looking forward to coming back and be able to prove to the world that I didn't commit the doping offense. Well, it has not been easy. It reached a point whereby I almost ran into depression, and I went through a lot, including abusing alcohol during that time because it was so frustrating. But now that I'm out of it, looking forward to resuming my normalcy and continuing my career. Well, I'll be glad. I mean, now that it has been a long tunnel, and at long last, I can see a reflection of a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's going to be a relief and an open eye. It has become an open eye to myself and in my career. And the first thing I'll do, I think I will pray and thank God for achieving me to cross over the 4 years I can say in a prison. Well, athletics is in my streams. It is in my blood. It is in my genes, and to be able to prove to the world that I didn't do that, then I have to come back and compete and compete again, and even do better than I did before. As far as I know, my conscience, my clear conscience, I maintain my innocence. Despite the fact, and it's a shame that I serve a false doping ban, and I am innocent and I never dope. I would like to advise one, two, or whoever that can fall into such a situation to never lose hope and to concentrate on training to be able to prove their innocence. But to those who are guilty, I have nothing to advise them. Well, an athlete, in order to avoid being falsely accused, it should be watchful, more cautious, especially in dealing with friends, because you never know who has an ill agenda, an ill mind of your career. Number 2 is to be so cautious, especially when visiting joints like restaurants, not all restaurants, like I mean chains, social places. I would advise them to be cautious of their drinks, what they take in, what they drink, and not to leave their drinks on tables, or even to be cautious of who they work with, who surrounds them. The National Police Service gave me a shoulder to lean on, and mostly they helped me with a lot of encouragement and in terms of counseling, and I felt home, and even they helped me even not to feel the distance, the duration of the 4 years in suspension. Well, no, I felt good. It's a competition, and it happens. Anybody can win. So I term it as a normal competition, normal challenge, and that Kenya didn't win the gold. But again, the guy deserves, because his progression in the sport. I mean, this Hingepresen deserves it, as far as from the way he improves every year, and I think he's a force to reckon in the future of 1500. probably it's going to be a good comeback to myself and Elijah, and we don't have to discuss about that at the moment because we still have a long way to go. There's lots of training to be done, and process that we have to go through in order to get selected. I have really lost a lot, especially in terms of contract. The shoe company. That revolves around rollovers, because building that name for 10 years, and then all of a sudden it tumbles down. And remember, building a name comes with earnings. You build them together. So I can say I lost a lot. I lost what I have been dreaming for, what I have built for since I was 13. My high competition level, I think my best then, and I'm looking forward to competing in the 2024 Olympic Games. Hopefully that one will be the last one in my track and field before maybe heading over to the marathon running. I want to appreciate every Kenyan that stood with me during this the challenge that I went through. I really appreciate them, and those who understand and those who didn't understand. I'm calling for their attention, that to be able to understand. And those who felt offended, I have nothing to apologize for because I didn't talk. But it is regrettable what I was subjected to. And I'm looking forward to representing you even better in the years to come. And thank you for your support.
Indeed, being a